this is Björn Landberg. Welcome to Threefold Talk.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Threefold Talk, where we are reading through The Expanse. We're on book 1, Leviathan Wings.
Gosh, we're so close.
So close to the end.
I'm so mad we didn't get to finish it this week.
I've got to be honest now. This doesn't mean I haven't enjoyed the book, because I've enjoyed the book immensely. But this was the first time where I got to the end, and I was like, I actually just want to finish reading, because I'm like, it's only 2 more chapters. And that's
okay, noted for next book.
Yeah,
maybe we'll do 4 chapters next.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, a mad. What's it called? Avalanche.
Oh, yeah.
For the end.
Yes, and someone come up with a word for that.
Somebody came up forward with that with a different author.
There must be
Corey Launch.
Corey
James Avalanche, Corey.
Yes, something like that. But yes, we've come in late this night, folks, so I do apologize. I'll tell you why in a moment. But first, let us introduce ourselves if you're new here and enjoying Threefold Talk in our Expanse era for the first time. I'm Rob, I'm first-time reader, and when we eventually get to watching any of the show, a first-time watcher. Above me is...
Hi, I'm Mel. I'm a first-time reader and a one-time show watcher, and I am right about everything.
Okay, you realize we're adding qualifiers about ourselves. Okay.
I always try to say something. Next to me is...
Hi, I'm the Expanse expert Leigh-A. I've read the books multiple times and seen the show multiple times, and basically what you saw is what I do the entire show is make faces at what these two say. So.
Very true. Yeah, she does make faces.
And I'm Amise. I've seen the show many, many, many times. And I've read the books only once. So this is my very first reread. And it's been super exciting. And I also have accessories to hide my face. Because I don't have a poker face like Leigh-A. I have to do this.
Does Leigh-A have a poker face?
I don't think it's a poker face. I just make a whole bunch of weird,
She does.
I follow
a lot.
I do Alan's suggestions. Sure. Interesting.
Yeah.
Sure. I do a lot of sure's.
Yeah. Alan is a fan. That's Alan from The Wheel Reads, folks. A wonderful man who guides through 2 very chaotic readers in the form of, I wanted to say Chris and Alan for some reason, but Alan's the host.
Chris and Ian.
And Ian, thank you. I actually replied to one of their posts on social media the other day. When I say Wheel of Time, you say, people were replying various things. And I put Time Traveling Tam, which is a callback to the early part of their show.
I love it.
So, yeah. So that's us, folks. We're here every Thursday night, pretty much. We take the occasional one off for various reasons, but here at 9 p.m. Eastern, or you might be listening to us as a podcast. Hello, Charlies.
Hi, Charlies.
Yeah, this is available.
Say hi out loud and not just wave.
Yeah, it works a little better. This is we also put this out at the request of the Charlies as a podcast available for free via Spotify. If you connect it to the Patreon, it's all free. There's nothing, you don't have to go there and buy a membership. Although if you want to, obviously we'd be very grateful. But it's free there as well. If you're the type of person who likes to listen as opposed to watch, and then we'll try to annotate things that we put on screen, such as Spud's artwork, which we get from time to time. So I think that's it. I've done an intro there. I didn't know I don't always do the intro. Congratulations, J. Rob, getting there.
Good job.
And only took a book in 5 years, because we're at nearly the end of 5 years of the show, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Can you
right.
believe it?
Do you know that's coming up next month? 5 years.
That's crazy.
That's impressive. We are impressive.
Unlike last year, where I was like, 5 years, everybody. And in my head, that's because I was planning the 6th years of various things.
So here's the thing. You don't have to admit it every time that you screwed up. You could just be like, last year we celebrated the beginning of our 5th year, and now we're celebrating the end.
2 celebrations. It's all good.
Fine,
I mean, I'm all
I
about
won't be
multiple
honest with you.
parties.
Yeah, let's have multiple
Yeah,
parties.
me too.
This is cool. Do we have any special 5-year anniversary plans? Winter's Lady is asking. That's a very good question. We'll come back to you with that, I think.
We have plans.
Sure.
We don't want to spoil the
Plans.
surprise too soon. We don't want to spoil the surprise too soon. There we go. So
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
We always have plans, guys. We're
Always.
planners.
So many plans.
Did you want me to tell the story of why we're a smidge late?
Sure.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Tell
Okay.
the
So
story.
I just told the ladies in pre-show, it was like, apologies for being late and coming in hot, which is why we started on dusty time as opposed to on time. And that is because I, in my pre-show sleep, because I pushed my sleep pattern back to do this, was having a very entertaining dream in which I was part of a crew of people doing some form of training session in fighting. And it was a bunch of us running around an open field against one opponent. However, that opponent was unique in the fact that it was not just Ayula smart, but she was about 20 feet tall. And that was how it was 1 versus like 20 people. And you had to basically try and take, we had to try and take her out and vice versa, without killing anybody. It's practice. And it got down to just me versus Ayula. And I was, despite my busted ankle, too fast for her to actually hit, because obviously, giants are slower.
Yeah.
I love Leigh-A's faces right now. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll keep telling yourself that.
They are slower.
It's an established historical fact that
You
giants
can
don't
run
move
through
this
their
fast.
legs.
Exactly. Yes. So I think Ayula's Luz Junior. Do you think Ayula's not 20 feet tall? I love that. Hilarious. Did she step over a city wall?
I totally thought that too.
Come back.
Amazing. So I was too quick for her to take out, in some non-lethal way. And unfortunately, despite the fact I was fast enough to elude her and strike back, I was not able to gain enough momentum to do a strike that was, in any way disabling to her. So in the end, we just sort of stopped. Yeah, at the end, we just kind of stopped after looking at each other, and I'm leaping like 10 feet in the air to hit her and things like that. Like this is how much I know it's a dream, but I'm still like whatever. And, I mean, I was running initially, folks. I'm just like, well, I'm definitely dreaming right now. Let's just say that. We sort of looked at each other and was like, stalemate, right? And we were like, yeah, kind of. So we just like, okay, boss. I think this is the tie. And that was it. That was the end of the training session. And then I woke up and was like, oh, I'm late for threefold talk. Like, not late to like get here before we start, but late in prep. Hence a few extra minutes to be right. Patrick Lightbody, you never quite know how fast you are until a maiden is chasing you. I don't know. Maidens, come and chase me. I'll let you know. There's various
There's
games.
only one maiden on this show.
I have a question. Was Guidal Kane involved in this attack? Was he one of your weapons? Was it one of your weapons at all?
To be honest, I was so like low-key panicked about being able to elude Ayula and run around this arena, which was more of an open field arena than any type of other arena you may have been thinking of, that I didn't focus on the other people. Nobody wanted to team up.
Your cane. Your
Oh, my
your
cane. No, I was going around without this. In fact, I had a giant club until Ayula managed to steal it off me. In which case, yeah, I then picked up some kind of like the only type of thing I could compare it to is like a comb for your hair that had like a long handle. So and it was like, yeah, that was kind of like the weapon. It was like, a piercing weapon, but like
this is such a Wetlander dream. Exactly. But there was no, Guidal Kane. I was not running around with my walking stick. So yes,
okay.
I was. That's why I think I was so focused on just like not paying attention to the other people, because I was like, I need to also not fall over on my ass right now, because that's usually what would happen if I tried this. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess I just was wondering if it was related to all the theories of why you were stuck in New Zealand.
Theories? I want to know.
There were some
You got
there were
theories?
some theories from last week.
Tell us.
Let's bring up those. This was the comment section for last week's, folks. That's what we challenged you to give
We're
us.
so proud of you.
Yes, it's going to be faster if I look on my phone because the desktop YouTube for that is always such a pain. I'm trying to find it. So 1 second. Here we go. So, for example, Wolfkin says Rob's not allowed back to New Zealand because he is the third wheel, which is
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Skeeter says Rob is not allowed back in New Zealand because they're onto him. Nice and vague. Like Blade Fool says, the reason Rob's not allowed back in New Zealand is that he visited the Hobbiton set and just naturally started making great food at the Green Dragon for about 6 months. But the government eventually figured out he didn't have a work visa. So I replied to that, potatoes.
I want that one to be true.
Good.
Mel says Rob is banned from New Zealand because they discovered he was filling Guidal cane full of contraband, heirloom seeds, and moss, and smuggling them back to the UK. So, which I've only just seen. So, apologies for not seeing that one before. That's a good comment. Overseer says the New Zealand government was forced to ban him when the polled sheep indicated they disapproved of his mutton chops. Which that one had me giggling. And Skeeter's like, I thought that was
particular about their mutton chops.
Yes.
Yeah, Skeeter replied, I thought this was going a very different direction. The Karis Collective says 2 words, hobbit holes. So again, I love some of the vagueness of this. It's quite entertaining. And we have a clarification on last year also from the the Icarus Collective. I've missed an I there. So Icarus Collective, these 2 comments. Earth has a population of 30 billion in the Expanse. We talked last year.
Yeah, we were saying
like
16 billion or something.
Yeah, something like somewhere in the teens to the 20, I think.
So many people. Good God.
It is
So
much
many
appreciated
people.
for the clarification there, Icarus.
That's a lot of us.
Yeah, that's a lot. So very entertaining. Thank you everyone for those notes. I really did. The button chops made me laugh, and the Hobbit stuff being a connection was quite funny. Fun fact: despite living there for 7 years, I never once made it to Hobbiton.
What? You're the worst.
I fell into that trap of like, well, I live here and it's right there because I lived a couple times away. It was like a 2-hour drive. New Zealand could have some distance between towns.
I might have been there like the second weekend I was there, maybe.
My parents lived in the town next to it, which is called Cambridge. So it was like, at some point I'm sure we'll go because it's like the next
right there.
My parents live right there. And you fall into that trap of, well, it's right there. I'll go at some point because it's so convenient.
I would have tried to rent a hobbit hole. Like that's where I would have wanted to live in New Zealand.
New Zealand has so much to do, so
It's true.
I did do a lot of amazing things.
It's okay, Rob. I went there in between the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies, and they actually tore it all down after the Lord of the Rings.
They did, yeah.
And then they rebuilt it for the Hobbit movie, and then they decided to keep it as like a tourist attraction. But after Lord of the Rings, they tore it away. It's gone. So I was there after that.
So when I say going to Hobbiton, exactly. It was that in-between stage. It wasn't like the full set that it is these days.
Okay.
Yeah. There was,
I guess that
location.
Were we there at the same time? Could we have seen each other walking around? Could have been.
Possibly. We'll have to compare dates.
There was a fair number of years between Lord of the Rings.
That's why I said possibly. Anyway. Talking of fun locations and things to go and do and visit and see, why don't we take a trip with Michael and Kate and see if there's any news? Because maybe there was some news this week. We'll see. I don't know. Let's find out. Michael and Kate, what you got?
Brothers and sisters,
it is time to cover up your face.
For the Wheel of Time has news, and we shall dance the spears with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
I love some of the comments in chats, by the way, folks. Yes! So, Last week we announced the dates for MalkieriCon 2027 when we hit the road and say goodbye to Prague for a while. Who says we won't go back? Especially if someone picks up the TV show and reignites Jordan Studios and so on and so forth. So, come on, Apple. You've clearly got the money to do it.
You know you want to, Apple.
You know you want to. We're going to be a much better fandom than all of your Sanderson fans. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
We decided, I finally got permission from Suwin to announce the location. So we are off to Zagreb, Croatia. I hope that's how you pronounce it. That's how it looks, Zagreb. So
sure.
If there's any Croatian nationals in the chat, please let me know if I've said that right or wrong. I'd love to know. But that's what we all seem to think it sounds like. And we'll be there from the 3rd to the 5th of September 2027. We are going to be releasing tickets for it prior to this year's events because we want to give people extra time to be prepared and things like that, which is why we tried to announce dates as soon as we can and the location. But there will be a proper room block for it. We've spent a long time talking to this hotel about various things. And we are going to be doing dinner on the Friday night as part of this package. It's just going to be in that we're sorting it out. So you can just go and you can buy a ticket where it has the food option just included and go and do it, I think. So that'll all be coming soon.
I want.
I'm so stoked at the idea of it and hope I can make my life not ridiculous so that I can go.
Same.
I would love it if all your lives were not ridiculous so you could come. Or we're ridiculous in wonderful ways that we could all be very excited and happy about, rather than the ways that most of the world seems to be experiencing in their crazy days at the moment.
Yeah. We're manifesting.
Why Croatia, folks? For multiple reasons, but Sulin put together a list of various ones. I don't know if we have a picture of that, or if you want me to just read it.
Read it.
Don't have it.
You don't have it? Okay,
I don't think I do.
I'm sure she posted it somewhere. Okay.
Your server.
I assumed you had it, which is why I didn't go and grab it. So there we go.
I have a link. Remember, I have a separate link. I have some other stuff. We can talk about it.
Okay. So there's a couple of reasons we looked at Croatia. And it's obviously not Dubrovnik, folks, because of how much that cost to do, thanks to Game of Thrones. But that is one reason you can obviously go and enjoy where they filmed King's Landing, everything like that. But there is actually a huge amount of filming locations nearby to Croatia that you can go and enjoy with us going to Zagreb in Croatia. So there's scenes from season 1, and that's just as little as 2.5 hours away from Zagreb that you can go and see. And there are just so many locations. Let me fill this up. So we've got this is not the one I thought it was. I do apologize. Okay, so you can go to Napoleonov Most, I think is how you pronounce that. It's where you got the scene between Egwene and Nynaeve doing their leave taking, where there was do you hear that whispering on the wind? You can go out to Boca Waterfall. Okay, and this is where the group rides from Mansfield out towards the two rivers. There's Two Love Gardens. That's one of the backdrops for episode 3 in season 1. You've got the peak of Zir Rock Hill. Okay, and that is again, these are just all scenes from season 1, basically, folks. There's so many great things. You can go out to the canyon where they threw Maddie and her stunt double into the river from literally the beginning of season 1.
Cool.
You can go to Mangart's Saddle, which I believe is where they're all, when you ever see Rand and Egwene sitting on top of the mountain and just looking over the expanse of range. I'm pretty sure that is it's where they discuss their futures.
I want to be on that rock.
I want to be on all of this. This is so cool.
So a lot of these,
but I don't want to be on it.
Yeah, a lot of these are located in nearby. The country is eluding me because it's not showing up on the map, actually. That's really silly. Why is it doing that? Anyway, so I think this is Slovenia. Yeah, I think this is literally all the other country names are showing up except that one. I'm 99% sure it's Slovenia. So they're a few hours drive, some of these locations, and others are just further down south. So, for example, the peak of Zero Hill and Tulov Grades. That's the one we're talking about, season 1, episode 3.
Cool.
Those are further south in Croatia on your way down towards Split and things like that. For example, if you want to carry on down to Dubrovnik, you could see those on the way. The other ones I mentioned are over in Slovenia. Again, you could just drive across these places, people. Like, take a couple days and you can go and visit these locations. And there are people already talking about doing this. So that was one of the big selling points for us going there, aside from, just Croatia looks beautiful and the hotel looks stunning. Oh, you've actually pulled it up. Okay, thank you. I didn't realize you'd gone and found that.
That's Austria.
I had that up on a separate screen in front of me, so I was
realized what you were talking about. I was like, oh, I know what he's talking about.
This
Cool.
is what I was going to pull up before, and you're like, nah, we don't want to do that. Here we are.
No. Well, I thought there was
this.
I did poo-poo this because I thought that there was a bit of more detail on the thing, so I do apologize, folks. But yeah.
This is great.
Oh, and apparently,
Nirvana,
wrong note there. Nirvana's bassist is from Croatia. I assume.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, yes.
He's very
Cat
tall.
Swain's excited.
He's almost
Cat
like a
Swain's very
giant.
excited.
Cat Swain's very excited. Yeah. There we go. So we will be. Oh, so cute. We'll be having our 2027 event there, folks. So I hope you can come join us and partake in exploring the local area, the rest of the country, and neighboring Slovenia, where you can go and check even more locations. I will honestly have I might need to take 2 weeks for this 3-day event so that I can go driving around all these other countries.
I was like, this sounds like the right European vacation to take.
Can we just convince all the schools to start a month later? So
Yeah.
It's fine. Nice. They'll be fine by themselves by then, right? It's fine.
They'll be old enough. Just leave them to it.
Old enough. They'll be fine.
This is like grandparents, aunts, uncles, things like that. Just rope them all in to mind the kids, and everyone just come to Croatia. So, but fair warning, obviously, folks, if you are going to come to MalkieriCon, you've only got probably I think 2 weeks ish, roughly just over that, to get your tickets. You can get digital for this year's event in Prague, our last year in Prague for now. You can come and meet Bjorn Lamberg, who's coming down to join us. We'll be judging the costume contest and other things like that. The schedule for that will be announced this weekend, folks. So keep it on the socials. More posts coming soon about that. But yeah, but you can join us digitally, as I say, and just enjoy all the fun chaos for our final trip around Prague before we trip it around Europe.
I love it.
You're all going to have such a great time this year.
I hope you have a great, wonderful time.
Can't
Tell my
I'm still gonna figure out how to buy a last minute.
Can someone just win the lottery and fly Mel out and send a babysitter for Amice's maiden so that Amice can just join randomly as well?
Sadly, my father is going to be here, but we're going into the mountains.
Is that the sad part? That
not so bad.
Your dad's here so then you can't go because you're doing things with dad, but dad being there itself.
No, I just he could have been here and taken care of the maiden. We're gonna have fun anyway. We're gonna go to the mountains. We're gonna hike. We're gonna hear some local music. We're gonna drink some.
I miss the mountains.
Local BlueSky. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a great time.
Sounds great too.
Love it. Be with you two, or you, Mel. Hey, Mel, you can come up. You should come up. Come on up.
Have a mini con. I like it.
Mini con.
Yeah.
All right. That's it, folks.
Your dad. It's gonna be great.
And the maiden, it'll be fine.
And the maiden.
Yeah. Sounds like a blast.
A nice mini con. Maiden con.
Maiden con.
Ooh. That sounds less weird than if I'd come up with it. So I like it.
I'm glad you didn't.
And it work. And it does work great in the in the discussion of threefold talk and IEL theme things. It works even more. Yes.
Context.
Outside of our community, I call the maiden the maiden. And people get really confused. So natural now. I'm like the maiden. And I think they go to like more of a princess maiden, like thought, you know, and they're like, why are you calling your daughter the maiden?
Are you hoping some giant green ogre and a donkey are going to come
Comes and
rescue
rescues
the
her and
dragon?
puts her in a castle.
So dumb. Like, no, dumbass. That's
No,
not
she's a
what-
badass. It means she's a badass.
The complete opposite. Like, she will kick that ogre's ass. Like, send the ogre, it will be dead.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man, words are weird.
They are weird.
Words are so weird. All right.
Speaking of words, should we talk about some that we read this week? Because we got things to say.
We have things to say.
It was a really quiet week. I don't know what you talked about.
Nothing happened at all.
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Nothing. It was really dull. But I think to make it better, we should definitely hear the beautiful voice of Heather today.
Yay.
I think so too.
So beautiful.
It's like a meditation.
It really is. It's so impressive. It's unbelievable. Together.
Avi is in chat, everybody.
There he is. There he is.
Sneaking in, asking you to fist his bump. I have thoughts about these chapters, but I would be really keen to have a recap. So
We need a recap.
We should.
I think-
We should get a recap.
Olga, can you just like make one up for us real quick? Yeah, can you just come over here? Or come
Yeah,
here,
over.
come here. Cool. Right there you go. Ready. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm told he's ready. Here we go.
Hey ho, what you know? This is Threefold Talk covering The Expanse by James S.A. Corey, Book 1, Leviathan Wakes, summary of chapters 53 and 54. In our last episode, Holden stops chasing a potato and gets an idea. Meanwhile, Miller trudges through said potato and realizes he has a problem. Chapter 53, Holden. Miller checking in with his general practitioner Holden to ensure he's not hallucinating, debates the likelihood of Julie's consciousness hasn't died and is in control of Eros. Holden and Naomi roll reverse about trusting Miller. Holden bribes Fred using the protomolecule sample to cause Earth's nukes to take a longer path to reach Eros. Chapter 54, Miller. Miller trudges through the guts of Eros looking for spare oxygen and Julie as his trigger thumb screams out in pain. As flocks of silvery flecks fly around him, the voices of Holden, Muss, and Havelock assist him to solve Where's Julie? Surrounded by blue fireflies, he finds Julie with tendrils and webs linking her to the lush growth of the room. Miller convinces her to aim for Venus. After she decides, in an uncharacteristic manner, he gently consoles Julie.
That was so sweet.
It was very sweet. So, thank you, Olga. Yeah. Oh, Ears Outside, a new podcast. I mean, that does sound. Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. Ears Outside. That's good.
Ears Outside.
That's a good title.
Like that. Yeah. That's very good.
Man.
Oh man.
Leigh told me before we started that she was taking a look back at all of our predictions.
Oh wow. Okay.
and figuring out which ones had
I
been
didn't
validated.
Go through all of them, but because I'm saving that for our party. Figured we could go back through, but I was trying to write down a couple that I thought may or may not be applicable for today, and I really only wrote down 2 that weren't directly from last week.
And what were those? What were those, Leigh-A?
No, I'm not telling you unless they come up naturally in chat.
I just wanted to start by talking about how I am awesome. And you are cock blocking my conversation about how I am awesome.
One of them, so I think 106 is both of you, which I don't know if this is necessarily confirmed. I think this is actually not confirmed. It's actually 100% not confirmed. Rob thinks Miller would need to save Naomi to get back in Holden's good graces. Mel agrees, and both of you failed on that. Because Miller basically just has to like borderline commit suicide and then walk through arrows holding a nuclear bomb, and he's back in Holden's good graces.
One could argue that saves Naomi. So
yeah.
So
by saving the solar system, he is saving Naomi.
Can we get a poll from the Foldies to see what they think about this one? Because I want to poo-poo it and just be like, fail.
Saving Naomi. Naomi is one of the 11 trillion people in the solar system, and she is savable.
That is true. I mean, technically, yes.
By not letting explosion
explode.
That is not what I wanted to talk about. Why I'm awesome.
Oh, well, okay, so then
why are you awesome?
Wait, Leigh-A has an.
Leigh-A.
Well, you guys had a bunch last week. And Mel and I were kind of talking also ahead of this, was basically these 2 chapters were a summary of all the things we've been talking about mostly for the past couple of weeks.
Good poll. This is a good poll.
So there's a poll in chat, folks. You can enter 1 or 2. By saving the solar system, is Miller saving Naomi? 1, the answer is yes. 2, the answer is Leigh-A is wrong. Put those answers in chat now. Sorry, carry on with your thoughts there.
I quit. No, I'm done. Basically, as I was reading this, I guess the first time I read it through and broke up these chapters, I was like, oh, there's going to be so much discussion about all these things because there's a whole bunch of reveals. But basically, it's Miller and Holden basically summarizing all the things that we've been talking about for the past several weeks. I was like, womp, womp, womp. These chapters are now slightly less exciting for me because we've been discussing all of this for several weeks.
We predicted it too well.
You're so smart.
We're smart. We're smart now.
Just a lot of the discussion, and we didn't really have a surprise about the Julie, and so, but Miller was saying how she's part of this hive mind, and she's alive, and
and she's leading, and she's alive. That's what I wanted to toot my own horn about, the fact that I was like, yeah, she's not dead, and she's in charge.
Yeah. I remember you talking about this, Mel, so yes. Toot that horn.
Yes, my horn has been taught.
Okie dokie.
That's the past tense of toot, right?
Tooted.
Because English makes sense.
I taught my horn.
The past tense of toot is
if you
tooted.
taught your horn, you would have taught it tight. Tight.
Oh, I thought taught as in I'm going to teach it something. I'm like, you're going to teach your horn? Okay. Okay.
Yes, both of those things. Good job, both of you.
Teach that
Congratulations.
Okay.
I don't think the best sense of toot is taught.
It is the highly educated, highly predictive, soothsayer Mal version of taught. I have taught my horn.
It is no.
It is the only past tense that works for both Mel and the horn of Valere.
Mel, you did predict that they would meet, but Julie says no.
Yeah, you did say that.
Wait. Who would meet?
You, Mel, for chapters 49 through 50, you said that they would meet, but Julie says no. So
back off, weirdo. Who the fuck are you? She does say, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
Right? Which, good for her. I'm glad she
Absolutely.
says
Does not
that.
say no.
Accurate. They've never actually met.
Accurate. Accurate. She does kind of chill pretty quick for a random stranger being like, "Wake up, Julie."
to someone who admits to wanting to kidnap her at one point.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't know that, and it's also, is it her or is it Placentamon?
I'm also getting
Leo.
low-key, like Cinderella vibes here. No, sorry, Sleeping Beauty
Snow
vibes.
White.
Yeah, sorry, get the right one, Rob. Snow White vibes. Yes, I'm getting Snow White vibes. Of like just waking up a dead woman who's, you know, in a.
That is a really that's valid.
Which obviously has its own super creepy connotations to it. Snow White. It's like, I just found a dead woman in the forest. I'm a kisser. Like,
He didn't kiss her, he just touched her shoulder. To be fair.
He
Yes.
kissed her hand. He does kiss her hand.
Yes, but later. Later.
Yeah. Yes, he doesn't wake her up by kissing her.
When he's trying to comfort her. Which, I mean,
If you
Also,
found a strange
that's on
person to
Julie.
sleep,
That's on Julie.
in
If
the
Julie is
forest.
fine with that, right? That's on her.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that is less creepy than just like kissing. Can we just talk about the fact that he like took his helmet off and is thus also becoming part of Placentamon on this potato?
Yeah,
Or
I
Oh, by
at
the-
least that he was already part of him, right? Like, didn't you say that, or was that Mel that had the theory that he was already taking
Mel
in
did.
some of the
that was a theory of mine. Like maybe he was already
Yeah.
personally infected.
So maybe it won't affect him at all. Maybe he'll stay the same. What do you
I
think?
don't know. It definitely seemed like there were some physical manifestations of Placentamon in him that were different than his current soup of ailments. You know, like he was feeling it. He talked about feeling it in his gut. He talked about feeling like things.
Yeah,
No, thank
there
you.
was. Yeah, there was.
Like he noticed.
Yeah, there was noticing of the changes, the initial
So what do you
reaction.
think is going to happen with him? Do you,
Is he going to join the collective?
I think he's going to join the collective, and sadly, maybe even he gets a little enslaved and just disappears. In essence, you know, like
do you think he'll
I
become a
don't-
spider hand on the wall?
I was very much like Miller's got plot armor for a long time. I think
Yeah.
that plot armor has finally been beaten in these
Ooh.
past 2 chapters.
Crap. And damn it, I have a picture, but I can't. Hold on. Just.
Okay.
We've got too many pictures, so I'm going to have to share it a different way.
No,
So,
it's like last
that's what I've
week.
been trying to
whatever.
do.
It's fine.
Oh, 1 second.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I got it.
She gets it.
I
Here
need to
we go.
set up like a Google Drive or something. We could put all these pictures in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
my God, this is so
cute. Oh my god, the plot armor.
I monkey on the donkey.
So this is all like Don
This is
Quixote
very
type-
Don Quixote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Aw.
it's the armor that Spuds drew and Holden for the tilting against windmills video.
Mhm.
Do you see the butt rock?
I do.
Yes,
I
this
definitely see
this
that
one I can see. So we also have like basically kind of kid-sized Holden sitting on the floor with a book splayed across his lap, but he's wearing very stereotypical knight armor with a red plume coming out of his head, and across his chest there's a badge that says "plot" in big letters, and his eyes are huge, like huge and open, and Naomi is creeping in from the side. You just see the profile of her face and her hair. And she says, "What you doing, Holden?" And then Holden's responding, "I'm looking at what book I can take this suit off." And there's a pile of books around him, and there's a lance poking out. And then Next to Holden is a donkey on which is riding Sancho Spud Monkey, the monkey on top of it. So it's very good.
It's
Spud
very
monkey. Yeah.
Just to clarify, did I say Holden before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I meant Miller. I do apologize.
About
This still,
what?
yeah, obviously.
Oh, about
I
the
meant
plot armor.
about the plot armor. Yes.
No. You said Miller.
You
I did say Miller. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I just
I
wanna
heard plot
yeah.
armor, and I was just like, "This
No,
is only
this
going to
is-
come up once."
This is valid. This is absolutely valid. I just want to make sure because in my head I was thinking Miller, but sometimes I will mix names up and say the wrong name. I know I will do that.
I just heard the word plot armor. I was like, I have a thing.
This is great. No, this is wonderful. This is so adorable. I love like
That's
the
so
little ears.
cute.
The
It's
little
like
ears sticking out.
baby night.
Yes.
It's so cute. Because Holden is,
Yeah,
as we all
Gnome and
know,
Garden.
3 feet tall.
Oh, wait. There's
Yeah.
9 books.
I counted
That's-
it, and that was
yeah.
correct.
What?
Yep, I counted it too, Gnome and Garden. I made sure it was right, and it was.
The
Yeah.
attention
Okay.
to detail. Mwah.
So,
I didn't even notice.
Here's the thing, okay? Now there's 5 books in the stack under the butt rock. There
Mhm.
are 3 books on the floor,
Is
discarded.
this a clue?
And he's reading the 4th book.
Is this a
So-
clue?
My prediction stabby is out.
Oh
okay.
no.
That sounds really, again, talk about sentences that require a lot of context.
Prediction savvy.
I predict the Holden's plot armor expires in book 4.
Oh.
Okay.
Spuds in the chat immediately throws water on that prediction. Damn. Was guessing. Amazing stuff.
Very, very cool.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Any
I
confused? I,
suppose-
mean, yes, clue, yes.
Obviously, it's a clue.
Obviously, yeah.
Such
Sure.
a clue.
Okay. So that's I suppose that's as close as I get to airlocking anybody, isn't it? Really, but I do think Miller's plot armor is up.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So you
I'm
think
not
this is the end of Miller?
I don't think we'll find out in this book. I think it won't be
Because you
explained
had
until book-
previously predicted that Miller would soft prediction on July 16th when we were doing chapters 45 through 47. Soft prediction that Molden lives through multiple books. Miller more likely to die than Holden, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More
So
like
I think we could get some kind of like alternate Miller, like we have an alternate Julie. I'm not 100% sure on what format that might take, but yeah, I think Miller in his current form might be on his way out.
How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel really sad. Miller's my favorite of the 2. If we just look at the main protagonist, yeah, he's my guy. So
here's a question that makes it positive. Once, if he becomes part of whatever's happening in Eros, what would you hear in the sounds coming from Eros that would be Miller specific?
Soft jazz.
So, yeah.
But I think maybe Julie. and then occasionally get like a have a look. Fuck.
I would love it though. I mean, all of that is great, but I mean, if like, imagine the merging of Julie's mind, Julie's humanist mind, right, with Miller's analytical, like contemplative, thoughtful, observant mind. This could level up Placentamon significantly, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
Placentamon could become like a quite sage entity in the world. And if Placentamon like continues on as like a character in the series, like could ultimately deal with like be kind of like a font of wisdom for having observed all of these lives and you know, learned from all of these lives together and I think ultimately I'm an optimist. But like the thing with the Borg is like the collective came to a conclusion, but it was, you know, like the wrong conclusion about humanity, right? But I could see Placentamon being seeded by Dooley coming to the right conclusion. So potentially Placentamon could become like a unifying piece, like figure in the system, and could like help equalize, like if you want to take the theory all the way, could help equalize like the treatment of the Belters, could help make Mars, for lack of a better word, softer, you know, like less militaristic, more egalitarian, you know. There's like could bring Earth down a notch if Placentamon held all the power, right? Because like Placentamon's ability to basically ignore nukes makes it the epic, like the biggest power in the solar system, right? Could become like this being that helps restore peace and brings forth an era of, I mean, I don't think that's like the vibe, but
that would be beautiful.
It's an idea.
I don't think it's the vibe of these books, but I do think it is a possible future of Placentamon, right? And I like to look forward into that.
Now you've got me going down the whole landing on Venus track.
Yeah.
Because weirdly enough, we went to Venus before we went to the moon, human beings wise, technically, because the Soviets sent like 17 different probes in the end to try and land on Venus or something crazy like that, and it took a huge amount of testing and things to get it there.
Have you seen Star City? Oh my god!
Yeah, it's super cool, right?
Star City is so good.
go Google that stuff. Like people talking about we should go to Venus, not Mars, but not like. It's really interesting stuff. There's a couple of women on TikTok who like are STEM creators, and I just love listening to
like
about these
we
things.
can't survive on Venus.
We can't survive there,
No.
like on Venus, but like there could be like Cloud City in essence, and just things like this, you know. However, I just went down this rabbit hole of Placentamon landing on Venus and being able to adapt because of its advanced powers in manipulation of, you know, DNA and matter and other things like that. And it's, you know, very, very advanced knowledge of science, clearly given by the astonishing speeds and lack of.
Oh my gosh. Placentamon could be like, I am your density.
I'm your density. Yes, sure. I don't think Placentamon would be that awkward.
No, but in the good way, because it's, you know, the pressure and the Venus and the too much
just want the head
gravity.
There, you know. But like, imagine if it like, you know, landed on Venus and everyone's like, okay, happy, you've got your own spot now. You're not going to take over the rest of the solar system and you just annihilate humanity. And then we get like a new species in essence.
Yeah.
Here's a question. One, can it survive on Venus? And two,
yes.
Do you think it will be happy on Venus?
I don't
like,
know.
I mean,
happy.
Okay, not happy. That's like a bad term, but like satisfied or not continuing to look for other work to do because we don't know. We're like, we don't know its like intentions because we don't think we don't know what Dresden says versus what's reality and like.
Yeah,
right. You think it'll like just stay on Venus?
Because we don't know the motivating force of Placentamon, like the purpose that this was evolved or created for, I think that running with this this fun, silly theory, that it would be satisfied enough to explore Venus for the time and just have like its own space. I wouldn't say it would stay on Venus forever, but I think it would be like, this is my spot. No one's chasing me. Everyone's happy for me to be here. Like, you know, no one has space stations here and all that sort of nonsense for me to, you know, be interfering with. So the solar system will just kind of ignore me as long as I'm not doing anything with them, and thus give me time to just figure out myself and what I want and what split.
You do a lot of self-care.
Yeah.
The meditation.
Venus?
I mean, it probably could
And
move
then,
Venus to a
like-
certain point, but I don't think it would.
Yeah, like probably make some really interesting single cell organisms that like port over to the sun and then come back to Venus to like breed and stuff, and then like
I mean,
could be seen with like an infrared camera, and then other things ensue.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so Sedimon, Tau Sedimon, Tau Sedimon is we're now
cousin.
Is the cousin. Sorry, Tau Sedimon cousin. Yeah, I like this. You know, and then it just becomes a special effects provider for all future movies. So
I love this.
Well, on top of this theory, and going back to what Mel was saying before this theory, so we talked last week about Julie sort of being like the representative, the MC of Placentamon, shall we say. And let's say Miller does join the hive mind, right? He will eventually, I think, as we, you know, he's taking it.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know how fast he'll do it, but whatever. I guess I have thoughts, and I want to know your thoughts, but it picked Julie. We have theories. We don't really know why, but if what Mel is saying, you know, about the motivations of possibly, you know, causing some connections across the universe and maybe just, you know, solving some issues. How do you think Placentamon as an organism chooses what the strongest choice it makes? So right now, Julie is controlling it and she wants to go home, she says, right? And that's what's driving it to Earth that we found out this week, right? So if Miller merges, and Miller has quite a personality.
Yeah.
Like, he's with Julie, so maybe we can make assumptions, like, just for this discussion, that maybe he would merge into Julie's reality, Julie's Placentamon reality. And his mental state and physical state is not great, right? He has a lot of positive, but a lot of negative thoughts. Could that change Julie's focus from going to Earth, like home, or he thinks he can get her to Venus, but like, what if the mind meld? I can't do that.
I love these.
Can't do the mind meld.
So is it
like, if they meld together, is that going to change the focus of Placentamon?
Is there like a dominant personality?
Right? Is there a dominant thing like that is making it go forward? And is that going to be messed up if Miller starts melding into Julie?
Interesting.
My initial thought of why Julie is the dominant driving force for Placentamon is that Julie got there first.
Right.
And then it was like, you know, okay, here's my platform for developing thought, and now I just need more mass to just continue evolving. But this is still my driving, you know, this was like, this is my computer, and now I need more RAM, you know, sort of thing. You know, this is, I don't know. I think it would then have to choose to include Miller in that kind of level of, you know, of affecting its decision making, I suppose.
I guess if I took a step back and thought about all of the different personalities on Eros, right? Like, there has to be multiple people who have very strong personalities, very strong moral compasses, whatever that moral compass might be skewed to be, you know, on Eros, right? Like, but there's a reason and I think Rob is correct. I think Julie was first, so Julie is the alpha, right? For Placentamon's like mental trajectory. So as much as I hate to say it, I feel like the reality is that if Miller joins with the collective, Miller gets what Miller wants, which is release, which is to become part of the infinite and to not be burdened with everything that has burdened him most recent in the recent past, right? And yet at the same time he gets to join with Julie, which is his, one positive, hopeful goal right now. From my perspective, I don't think Placentamon as the overarching entity changes its, like, I don't think Miller by himself like overrides Julie.
Agreed.
Isn't that what he's doing to try to get her to go to Venus?
Yes, but she's like, but it's still Julie's decision, right?
Yeah.
Like he's explaining it to her and she's like, I see your point. And she's making the choice, right? Like he's not forcing her. He's just explaining what's going on. So Julie is still driving from my perspective. And I think Miller joining in just takes him away as like a person to talk that's talking to Julie and just brings him in like everybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
So do you think that Julie sort of alpha Julie personality of Placentamon will change once they get to Earth or wherever they're going?
Venus,
Yeah, I mean, do you think that'll change, or do you think that'll stay dominant?
Sorry,
Like for the rest of the series, Placentamon is part of the books for the rest of the series. We don't know if that's true, but let's say it is. Is it going to evolve as sort of a Julie personality? Do you think it'll
based on my initial, Julie's clearly the main protagonist vibes from reading the prologue. I think it would be fucking killer if Placentamon stuck around the entire time and was driven by Julie and her sense of self, and thus, in a way, Julie ends up being the main protagonist for the entire 9-book series. That would be amazing.
Julie Jiu-Jitsu Julie would be awesome. She's like a blue outfit. It'd be great.
I'd be down.
In her like mermaid spaceship.
Yes, I'd be absolutely down for this. I don't know.
Just curious. I'm just throwing it out there, like what your thoughts are. It is an evolving organism, as we've seen.
Yeah.
It just keeps evolving, and if she's like the alpha right now, what does that mean for Placentamon in the future, wherever it goes?
This is, I mean, do you want to go, Rob, or do you want me
No, you go, because I'm kind of like, yeah.
So
we need to riff a little here.
I kind of see it like Placentamon learning to make a neural network, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once Placentamon learns to make a neural network, Placentamon can make multiple neural networks, right? And maybe on a more like, what's the word I'm looking for? Economical scale, without having to use quite so much organic matter to create the neural network. I think Placentamon, being a highly intelligent, evolved computer program, AI, if you pick that, learns from its first attempt, learns efficiencies from its first attempt. And I want to think that Placentamon could reproduce in a sense and could make individual entities. And so once it figures out its version of what an optimal end result being its evolution should be, then it would make multiple copies of that, right? And I would think that those multiple copies could be, for lack of a better word, driven by different dominant personality types as a continuation of the experiment, right? As a continuation of the evolution. And then it might, as evolution is wont to do that to figure out which of those dominant personality types is the most robust, is the most likely to further propagate.
And do you think they'll all align? Because it makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like it would spin out different iterations of itself, but the iterations might have slightly different variants. And it would want to know want to know which variant was the most likely to, whatever its end goal is, dominate the solar system.
So does Juliet get her Romeo?
No,
I don't think so. I think I'm kind of with Rob in that I think Miller just.
So Miller doesn't become a
lead dominant personality. I don't think so.
You don't
Because
think
I don't
so?
think he wants that. And I think once he joins in, if there's any independent capability still within the neural network, the mini neural network of Miller within the mass neural network, it would choose to dissipate. That's what I think. I think it would choose that.
I like what you're saying there, Mel. I don't have a prediction, but I have like a hope for Miller, I suppose.
Okay.
I think Miller's going to go one of two ways. He's either going to get absorbed and that's it, done and dusted, goodbye Miller, and maybe like there'll be like mild influence, but it's definitely not like, you know, adding Jarvis to the Ultron program and suddenly you have Vision. You know, it's not going to be that type situation, because Julie is not Ultron. At least not in my opinion anyway. I'm sure there are people out there. Yeah, she is. So he's either going to be just like absorbed and maybe we'll have some kind of like, you know, whisper occasionally. You're like, oh, that sounded very Miller-esque and that's it type thing. Or, and I really like this, but I don't think it's an official prediction. So be very clear about that. Miller convinces Julimon to go to Venus. And, you know, as I've said previously, it's like, oh, this is my space. I can be me. I can do things. I can figure out. I can populate. I can evolve, blah, 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 blah. And it's super grateful to Miller for that, you know, to be like having its own space, not being chased by nukes and blah, 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 whatever, you know, like she gets some understanding of the wider situation at hand currently. And then looks at Miller and be like, you're not doing very well. Like, you know, you've been through the ringer, physically speaking. Obviously mentally as well, but you know, looking physically at him and goes, I've learned a lot about human beings since I killed a couple million of them or whatever, how many were on Eros or whatever type thing. I know a bit about human beings. I'ma fix you. And so like withdraws its essence from Miller, fixing him on the way out so he's not reliant on medication to keep him going and blah, 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 because he's going to liquefy himself for the rest of his life if he doesn't take pills, and says, go, you're good, go have fun. And he gets, he's kind of like, you know, it's that, you know, just gets fixed and reset and sent out the door type thing. That's why it's not an official prediction. It's just like, oh, wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be cool if like Placentamon, because I don't think I'm still on this, Placentamon is not an evil organism that has been sent by a super advanced civilization billions of years ago.
Yes, I'm not sold on that either.
An organism.
I absolutely detest that idea. I'm absolutely against that. I don't even think there's a super advanced civilization. I think this is just an entity in space that happened to be floating through and happened to land on wherever it was. I forget the name of the planet now. Where did it land?
Jupiter. Yeah.
One of Jupiter's moons.
Phoebe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phoebe, yeah. They just happened to land on Phoebe, and they were like, "Oh, it was sent to kill Earth." I'm like, "We're single-cell organisms on Earth."
Can
Of
we
course,
just
you would
really
think that
quick-
because you're a human.
Yes.
And Holden, if you noticed, and Holden was like, "This is what it's intended to do," and he's like drinking Dresden's Kool-Aid. I almost
He
want to
so
Yeah.
does drink Dresden's
And
Kool-Aid.
imagine how much Kool-Aid they'd all be drinking if Miller hadn't shot Dresden.
Miller also, to be fair, drank the Kool-Aid too. Like in these two
Understood the
chapters,
Kool-Aid.
he repeats Dresdenism as like a dominant theory for what's going on. And I'm just like, I feel like y'all are wrong. I feel like everybody's wrong about this.
Yeah.
But like I want to continue down this like
Yeah, let's do it.
I know
assuming it's
the-
assuming it's a computer program theory. Sorry, go ahead, finish,
Yeah.
Rob.
I just want to address Skeeter's comment where he's put like, that doesn't sound like losing plot armor. That sounds like reinforcing it. Yes, it does. But just to reinforce my point, Skeeter, it's not an official prediction. I'm just like, wouldn't that be cool? You know, that's just like a fun. And if it turns out to be true, I'll retcon it into being an official prediction.
As you have every right to be able to do. I definitely predicted this. But the problem is now we have Rapunzel like keeping us on.
Man. Love
Damn
you,
it.
Rapunzel, but maybe
Our chaos,
maybe just
chaos
skip that little
thrives
blank.
on no one remembering what we say.
And us changing the rules whenever we want.
That's how it works. There are no
Okay.
rules.
First of all, I have asked you guys before if you want to modify your predictions. You're like, no, I'm gonna stick by them. I'm gonna stick to what I say. And now you want to modify your prediction. I see how it fucking goes. I see how it is.
Did you miss there are no
Have you
rules?
met us?
You two, like, come on, Mel and I being I remember run back to when we first started this, basically a whole book ago, and me thinking like,
A whole like 8 months ago.
9 months.
yeah, eight,
So
9
long.
months ago.
Yeah.
I remember thinking like, how crazy are we gonna get? Like, I know obviously we've been doing a show together for all of us for years now. I was like, how crazy are we gonna get? Like, how much? Like, what's the banter gonna be like?
Did you think it was going to be
And-
boring?
I know. I mean, obviously, that there's always a part of me that worries that whatever we do is going to be boring. Like, I can't help but worry about those things. Like, you know, that's just me as a person.
I'm never worried about that.
I'm never worried about that.
No, boring's the wrong word. I mean, like, are we going to sell it right? You know, like, because I'm sure we'll have fun doing it, but is it going to land properly? Probably that's a better way to describe it.
Chat
That's
was
valid. That's valid.
And I was thinking about how I don't know, Mel and I haven't talked about, we haven't shared thoughts, we haven't talked about anything. We're just gonna hop on screen and riff with each other. And I'm like, that's either gonna be gold or it's gonna be I don't know. And you two, Leigh-A and Amish, you really should have thought about putting Mel and I in that situation, because here we are. You know?
Here
I'm perfectly
we
happy
are.
with where we are.
Here we
There
are.
are no rules. Mel and I have taken the chaos element of this opportunity, and we've enforced the shit out of it. So
I mean, it goes to show that placentamon is just like a normal word.
exactly. I remember when this started. You know,
I don't even get an autocorrect. Yes, yes.
It's like,
I don't even get an
a word now.
autocorrect on it.
That's amazing.
there we go.
I use it enough that I don't get an autocorrect on it.
Amazing. I'm so
That's
excited.
good, yeah.
I hate all of you.
So, yeah.
Oh
Mel,
man.
I've really bogarted your point there. I'm so sorry. Like, you were about to say something, and I'm
I
just
forgot.
carrying on.
No. I wanted you to finish your thought because I thought you had more to go. I guess I would just wanted to noodle a little bit more on this like iteration of placentamon future thing, and thinking about it as a computer program, obviously from the perspective of a human who knows how computer programs work, but like the next step after you make your minimum viable product would be to then beta test it, right? So that's my theory is that's what we're moving into, is the beta testing of placentamon's final form, whatever that
So
might
this was
be.
the alpha test, like Eros and pre-Eros was all the alpha tests.
Yes.
And now Venus will be the beta test.
Yes, whatever happens on Venus.
You know what's interesting? I mean, this is a total another side hatch, which we don't have to go down today, but what would Placentamon have done had Dresden and Protogen not interfered? Like, what would have happened? Like, you know, they forced this, let's be honest. They forced this outcome. What would have happened if Placentamon just, I don't know, ran into Julie's ship or whatever? You know, I mean, that may have still happened. But, like, if without them pushing it forward or feet.
Or, yeah, just Julie in her hotel room and some maid comes by and...
I thought you had a visitor.
Yes, he's over here.
I was gonna say, I was like, that's either Jinx or there's a maiden crawling on.
No,
the
I know. I was expecting it at a drink.
My cat
I fully expected something like this just to happen to be like just a drink appear in front of you. And you're like, oh, thank you very much. You know.
No, it's just my little cat.
Jinx, learn to carry wine, okay? Jesus Christ.
Seriously.
Do better, Jinx. No, I like this alpha beta testing thing because we had like, you know, gain some mass to like, you know, become a program, and then you've got like a, you know, you've picked up Julie to be like, you know, his lead program or whatever, and then you need more mass to actually like, you know, power up your RAM and, you know, processing powers and all those sorts of things. Like I like this a lot.
Yeah, like the first computers were enormous computers inside of giant rooms, and they had 712 kilobytes of memory.
Yeah, like, you know, 27 miles of processing tape.
Enormous,
I think,
right?
Yeah.
And I feel like this is, if we accept the one thing from Dresden, that this is a computer program with organic abilities, right? Like that, if we accept that, then yeah, there has to be the next iteration. And I think it will be really interesting if Placentamon decides that it's too overpowered to be able to safely execute whatever its mission is in the solar system, and decides to put itself on a more equal playing field. Probably not like equal, but like less OP, less overpowered.
Yeah.
Less capable of just like diverting nukes and you know, fucking with physics, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
do you think it's going to be slightly less?
I don't know. I just think, I think it might choose, like, in order to successfully execute whatever its goal
Primary
is.
function, yeah.
Wouldn't it then go to Earth and not Jupiter, because there's a lot more
Venus?
stuff
I know.
or sorry, not Jupiter, Venus. Yes, wouldn't it? I mean, like, wouldn't the Earth attract them more because of the energy from all the humans and the electricity and all the
I think it's
nuclear-
only
Very
going to-
humanist perspective there on Venus.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying it's attracted to. I mean, I don't know much about Venus. I'll be honest.
I think it's only going to Earth because of Julie. Julie wanted to go home. I think that's the only reason.
That's what it
like.
seems.
I realized we didn't quite answer your original question. Had it just bumped into Julie and the crew and such, would it? I don't think it would have carried on to Eros. I think, you know, if it was just the original ship and that, and I think it wouldn't necessarily have been
just
like
pop
okay,
around
no.
by itself. Like,
Yeah, I think it would have just bumped around by itself. So I think like eventually we might have got to an Eros situation, but it would take a long time. I think there were factors that drove an Eros situation to happen.
Literally.
I think, yeah. If it was we take that it's on Phoebe, right? Like it crash lands on Phoebe.
Yeah,
it's
that
looking
happened.
for Earth. It's looking for humans. If we
It's
accept
according to
that,
Dresden.
It's looking at the time that they think it was, and this is
single-celled organism.
Yeah, that and we totally skipped over the Holden chapter, but the Holden chapter was basically like a Cliff Notes version of our past several weeks of episodes. But
Good job, Holden.
good job, Holden, for summarizing all the things we've been talking about.
I mean, good plot device of reminding everyone like all the complicated. Yeah, look at all the complicated shit that's gone on the last.
But it was
and then they're
looking
we'll just
for,
recap it, you know.
Yeah, I was looking for these single cell organisms. So that's what Earth was billions of years ago, is a primordial soup. and that's what and this is what Miller and Holden discuss, and that's what, and you guys have actually said this also, so credit Mel, giving you credit.
Thanks, Leigh-A.
You're welcome. Even though it wasn't officially in my notes, I'm giving you credit for having this conversation before the book said it.
As you should.
As I should. I know. Give credit when credit's due. I'm all on board with that. But yeah, so like the fact that it encountered these very complicated organic organisms, let alone complicated mechanical organisms, things, entities. Like, what the fuck does it do with these things when it's like, I was just expecting single cells, and all of a sudden I came into an entire crazy party.
Well, it turned them into random collections of single cell like things, that have then slowly progressed into like creeping hands and this that, and the other. Like, like we have, as I've just realized you said this, like it turned up and it was like, oh, that's very complicated structures. Like, let's just bring everything back down to base level. And,
exactly. That's what you do, right? You break it down into parts so that you can you break it down so that you can examine each part and understand how each part functions before you then rebuild it. Right? That's what's going on with the rib cages and the hands and all the things and the fireflies.
Like evolution in the really just packed in there. It's just evolution.
It's just like super fast evolution, but specifically like logic programmed evolution. Devolution to understand evolution and to see what's compatible. Right. Like it's very ones and zeros, the way that it's kind of gone about breaking down language like that. I think that's the biggest example that we see is it's an exploration of language, noodling on meaning, trying to understand all of those words, and then eventually being able to actually like communicate with Miller, right? Because it spent all that time learning the language, absorbing the language, understanding the meaning behind the language by breaking it down into little parts, by like repeating words over and over and like seeing the reference to words in all of these different places, and then like coming to an understanding of what that word needs from osmosis of learning, right? And that's a different kind of evolution than the evolution we had here on Earth, which is like very like nature, fight or flight, survivalist based evolution. This is a logic based evolution, so it's kind of like
but I don't feel like there's any emotion going on. It's just doing what it does. Doing what I agree. It's not like, I don't think Placentamon is purposely killing people. It's just doing what it's doing, and humans used it to kill people for their own purposes. So it'd be interesting to see what either Earth or Venus or maybe somewhere else that they end up.
Luna.
Who knows? What's the closest?
Yeah. So my question about like your question about Phoebe, I honestly think that if it stayed on Phoebe, it would just keep like doing its thing with whatever exists on Phoebe. Right? And it
was dormant on Phoebe, yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily. I don't think it would have done anything without humans.
Fucking humans.
Humans doing human stuff. Humans doing what humans do best.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is poking the cat. What's this?
Don't poke the cat so much.
Leave the cats alone.
So much poking cats. Just pokers. Anus pokers and physical pokers.
So, the chat is killing me tonight, by the way.
The chat's off the rails tonight.
Yeah, chat is like, even for us, off the rails.
I can't even look. I'll be honest.
I'm looking at it. Okay, if I ever look, I've had to ask. That's why I asked you a question. I'm like, could you repeat your question earlier? Because there was something in chat. I was like, what? And it just kind of took me out of the conversation for a second. And I actually didn't process what you said. I can usually listen and read a bit of chat at the same time.
I cannot.
Chat even.
I was really laser focused on you guys, so thank you for showing me that you
Yes.
do not.
Dean
stay
is
as
laser
on me.
focused. Good job, Mel.
Wow, that is not how I meant that, Mel. So anyway, I have an origin theory for Placentamon.
Is it? Does it count as a
origin theory.
theory? Oh, thank you. I was like, it doesn't count unless your stabby's extended.
Yes,
You need a
Stabby's-
a fully rigid stabby.
fully rigid. So
No flaccid stabbies.
Nobody likes.
I just love we broke Leigh-A. We broke Leigh-A.
I've got no comments. I've got no comments.
I love that. That's amazing.
Oh, Jesus.
I would like to theorize that much like Earth started, life on Earth started as a random collection of protein molecules and this and the other that just eventually, formed the first DNA for the single cell organisms that then eventually became life as we know on Earth currently. I would like to theorize that Placentamon's origins are just a space version of that just happened to create life in a different way, that was just flying through the galaxy and just randomly happened to land on Phoebe. Wasn't seeking anything, was just going out. And when it found the appropriate space, much like when certain life forms can be, go dormant during winter, you can even freeze them, like tardigrades, or even like there's certain like insects and mammals and things can literally like be frozen and just, completely dormant. And then 100 years later or whatever, you defrost them and they're like, oh, I'm back to life now. I'll carry on with what I was doing. Like it was just wandering through the galaxy until it found the appropriate environment, or an environment good enough for it to be like, hey, now I can start to explore and grow and develop and do other things. And it's just a part of the nature of the galaxy. It's not anything, nebulous or evil or sent by anybody.
Wherever they came from, maybe they're just floating around. We don't know. Do you think that they're... Oh, sorry, Mel.
No. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think they're in other areas we just haven't seen yet because they were like dormant on Phoebe? Do you think they're like hanging out in other places? Like, have they already evolved in their own way in other places that we just don't recognize that they're Placentamon, but they really are? Like, we just think there's something, like we've looked at a telescope and here we are, and we just think it's like, oh, it's beautiful in space, but it's actually Placentamon.
It's very possible. This could be the only example in existence. There could be multiple examples that have branched off over the eons or whatever, because this one's been on Phoebe for a while. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say that, how many billion years ago that there was a super advanced civilization that sent out a probe. I'm off that track. I think this is a naturally occurring development of a life form that we have decided is an evil cat that needed to be poked the shit out of, and now it's biting. And now it's like
it's
biting.
pissed.
Now I don't even think it's pissed. I'm just like, it's biting back. It's just gone, actually, I need a piece of that, please, so I can actually develop myself properly to interact with you. And we're still taking that as forms of progression.
Survive.
It's just doing its thing, So yeah, I'm totally off the advanced. I don't think we were ever really on that, Mel and I, to be honest, but I don't even think it's like I'm off the even being sent or exploring. I think it's a naturally occurring phenomenon that we have assigned intent to as a species. And I think the reader is expected to do that as well, because that's something human beings naturally tend to do. Whether that's right or wrong is a different discussion.
So this is a little bit of an involved part of the conversation that you had on July 23rd. 3rd, chapters 49 through 50, Rob said Placentamon is an innocent escaped lab creature like Odo from Deep Space Nine.
Kinda, yeah. I'm just taking that further, and I'm now
it's
making
no-
it like just
and that's
not
kind of
even
what
a lab
Odo
creature.
was he was like just this thing floating around that people found.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh
I just
no.
spilled some water. It's fine.
Okay.
It's not like going to damage anything. We're not going to have some
No.
like.
Everything's falling.
Are you sure? Oh gosh.
Oh,
Is
God, I'm
Jinx
fine.
doing this?
No.
Amis. Blame it on the cat, Amis.
Oh God, everything's falling. It's fine. Keep talking. I'm listening.
Okay,
Just
can
gonna
I
drink
ask
dry
a cla-
water. Yes.
Can I ask a
please.
clarifying question to your theorem?
Of course.
Yes.
Do you think that Placentamon will be able to articulate its origin story? Or will we find that out through other means?
Good question.
I think a little of both, actually.
Okay.
So I think the origins will be revealed to the reader at the very least in some way.
Okay.
But propaganda and humans being humans and such will lead to a lack of belief on anyone's part, a stifling of that information being released or allowed to, others to access it type thing, so that, people like Dresden can just continue to forward their agendas. And I think we will continue to know, much like, and I don't know why it's the only example that pops into my head, but it does. Much like when you find out that in Shrek, spoilers for Shrek, by the way, folks, if you haven't seen this 20-year-old movie, whatever it is at this stage, probably a lot more than that, to be honest. If you did, when we find out as viewers that, and obviously Donkey does, that Princess Fiona becomes an ogre at night.
Spoilers!
And, spoilers!
Spoilers!
And Shrek hears Donkey and Fiona talking about I can't do that. What a hideous monster and this, that, and the other. And she's talking about herself, and Shrek thinks she's talking about him. And then it's just like, okay. I think it's going to be a little bit like that. We're going to know the bigger story. What is Leigh-A putting her glasses down and staring at? We got another violent cat in our future?
I'm just watching to see what they do.
Very librarian.
It's very, very librarian. Yeah. Charlie's Leigh-A is doing hot
Sexy
librarian.
librarian
Judging
over
the
there.
shit out of
Leia's
things,
hole.
students, but really it's cats. And so we're going to know the full story, the innocence and that. We're going to be like, no, don't do that. But people are going to know bits and pieces here and there, and add their own conclusions and sort of opinions to things. I think that's kind of where it's going to lead. So yes, it will come out, but it will be in pieces and misconstrued and not known by everybody, and assumptions will be added to it and expectations, and it will take a long time for enough people generally to know the full story for it to then be widely accepted. I think that's where we are.
Okay.
Also, now I'm very concerned about my cats turning up and doing things, because apparently we're all taking turns with things falling over and cats doing stuff.
all on me.
Brother Zachariah had a great comment.
Someone is playing around on Anise's desk trying to find the roof mistress.
Rude.
I cannot blame the cat.
Rude.
I have a very precarious desk situation, so.
How do you imagine current Placentamon, pre-Juliification Placentamon, our Spud's version of Placentamon? How do you imagine it moving? When you see that, the blob with arms, how does it move?
Have you seen Fern Gully?
Yes.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Of course.
I mean,
It's like a core. It's a core inciting philosophical movie.
Yeah, it's got some amazing voice work in it. I think a little bit forget the name of the bad guy, the evil,
the tar monster thing.
Yeah.
When he's in goo form before he becomes smoke form. Yeah, that's kind of what I
I
imagine.
really need to watch Ferngully again.
I know, right?
It's been a long time.
Jess, I think, side note, Jess just put in chat, missed the cat memo, got huskies instead. I mean,
Aw.
chaos.
Those
chaos
are
gremlins
like cats that are
They're super
20
nice.
times the size of
Yeah.
cats, but have cat energy.
Yeah. Hexus. Thank you, Skeeter. Hexus was the name of that character.
Jess, I used to have a roommate who had half husky, part Malamute, part wolf, and he was the best dog
Oh my gosh.
I've ever known. And his name was Wrangle, named after Wrangle St. Elias. So we called him Rangs. He was the best. I loved him so much. And he would just in the streets of Seattle would just decide to go outside and have a wander, and then come back whenever he was ready, because that's the kind of dog he was.
That is such a cat
Wow.
thing to do. That's what my cat
He was
do.
like this big and this wide because he was huge. He was the best dog I've ever known.
Yeah.
Oversized cat.
And he was
Winter's Lady pre-Juliification. How can I say the word now?
Juliification.
Juliification.
Juliification. I'm trying to add the extra I in there. Juliification.
Juliification.
Because Julie wrote. Winter's Lady wrote Juliification. Juliification. And I'm like, there's a lot of syllables in there that I can't pronounce properly for some reason. Juliification. Yeah, I don't know. I think Juliification flows a little better, but Juliification is probably the correct way to do it.
Sure.
We'll do it the way we want to do it. So,
we do what we want to do.
Then we want. There's no rules.
I feel like we've lost our. Have we lost?
We have.
Should
We have
move
lost
on?
our point now. Yes, we should. Maybe we should move on.
Okay. Question: Is there anything for the Miller chapter? Oh, sorry, Mel, go.
No. I just wanted to like stick with this thread like slightly
Okay,
longer. So like on the question of placentamon and its pre-julification and it's moving. Did anybody else have like imaginations of how placentamon like move?
You mean with arrows?
I try not to think about it, honestly.
Okay.
I just don't think about it.
Placentamon moves, on its own accord when it needs to.
I mean,
I
if we want to
just really
see,
don't want to think about it.
Out.
do you want to see how Leia moves when we talk about Placentamon?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Here I come to have your day. Placentamon is on the way. Placentamon.
It's just like constant like that. Like she's doing it again. Like that. Sorry.
But it's like a bit more like there's a bit more body involved, and there's usually a figure or two. So yeah.
Okay. Listen. So I kind of imagined it like a ball, but like a not round ball that just kind of like flopped like over, like it like rolled, it like leveraged itself up with one of the arms and just like flopped,
what was that?
and then like leveraged and
like a ball with no structure, almost like it's ball shaped.
Yeah. I mean,
can't
like
really hold
it's got
itself.
a little bit of structure, right? Like it doesn't like completely splat when it flips, but it's it's not quite able to roll, so it like uses the arm to like push it up and then just like flops.
Do you think it just rolls and then ingests what's next to him?
There was that toy when we were kids that like you would put at the top of stairs and it would like
Slinky?
goop down. No, not Slinky, but it was a goopy thing that would like use its own momentum to like pull itself down, but it would like goop down and move.
I mean, there's a thing we used to throw against the wall that would then just like flop down the wall.
Like the sticky hands?
The sticky hands, yeah. But there were like other versions of that.
Sure, yeah. But now it's gone through this whole evolution that we were like talking about last week. There's blue fireflies and there's like pathways and there's like spider hands and all that stuff. So like now
the book.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What did you say?
This is what it is. Can we just read this really quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just skipping the whole chapter because
Yes.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't.
This is Miller's first look at Julie.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is kind of what it's involved to, right? She
Right.
was in a hazmat analysis node, lying on a bed of the dark thread that spilled out from her spine. until it was indistinguishable from a massive fairy tale cushion of her own flowing hair.
Yeah.
Tiny points of blue light glittered on her face, her arms, her breasts. The bone spurs that had been pressing out of her skin had grown into sweeping, almost architectural connections with the lushness around her. Her legs were gone, lost in the tangle of dark alien webs. She reminded Miller of, this is my favorite line, by the way. This is like the best. She reminded Miller of a mermaid who had traded her fins for a space station. Her eyes were closed, and he could see them shifting and dancing under the lids, and she was breathing.
Yeah.
Like,
She's breathing.
damn, she's breathing. What the
That's
fuck?
crazy. That's crazy. So
No legs.
that the imagery of that was I agree with you, completely stunning, right?
Yeah.
Is this, I wonder, after the discussion last week we had about like me being like, oh my god, all the things that were happening on Arrows, and Rob was like, I don't know, I don't fucking care. Like, did this move you at all? I'm really curious. Did this?
Yes. What did you think of this, Rob? Did you
I
pay
was
attention?
very, very conscious of all the extraneous details this week. After last week of me being like, I suppose in essence, if you really want to sum up, be like, I don't know, I didn't fucking look.
I just skipped all of that. That's just an environment. That's not a living entity.
Skip is the wrong word. That implies I didn't read it. I did read it and absorb it in the moment, but it didn't it didn't go from short term to long term memory.
Sure.
This week I focused on it and committed it to the memory bank properly into the long term memory, and I believe it can be most summed up by the response to Leigh-A sending me this week's thumbnail. So let me screen share for a second.
That's a me. That's all of me. So I just sent it.
Okay, fine. So this each week, Amis or Leigh-A, one of them sends me
Amis does all the research for these, by the way.
So this was Leigh-A sent me this, and this is the thumbnail.
I didn't look at the thumbnail.
Yes, you have to make it big and scroll in because
she
has legs in this one.
She has legs in this one.
I
mean, look at
It's
all
from
this
the
going
TV
on.
show, yeah.
And so I mean, just this whole room just is like incredible. So I did that. And
You get the underwater grotto feel from that very much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I did that, and my response was, yeah.
That's so good.
So, and for the Charlies, for those who can't see, I have shared a GIF of from Bill and Ted's. I feel like this is the first one, Bill and Ted's.
Excellent Adventure.
Excellent Adventure, and this is
Keanu Reeves.
Bill. Keanu Reeves. He plays Bill, right?
I have no fucking
Ted.
idea.
He plays Ted. Okay, he plays Ted, and it's just him in that classic outfit in his peach shirt sort of thing, and he's just going, "Oh,
Whoa.
And that was my response when I saw that, and then all the visuals from last week and this week just kind of exploded in a cacophony of thoughts and images and things in my head, and I was just like, very much see now why Mel was like, "Hey Rob, what did you think?" And I'm like,
She wasn't paying any attention to the beautiful
Do
blue
you
light.
now have a theory of like Placentamon the entity, our Placentamon, like what that metamorphosis looks like?
No, I still just see the blob that we've got in our drawings.
Interesting.
That's kind of embedded itself so strongly as my image of Placentamon that I can't unsee it.
But what if he's gone through an evolution? I mean, like there's this huge evolution. Like, what if he's like completely changed?
Oh my god!
What the fuck? Spuds, what the fuck?
Oh my god, Spuds, this is amazing!
Is he beamed out. He was moved away onto somewhere else.
Nice.
He's gone through transformation.
Beautifully keyed up, Mel. Thank you so much for that. Charlie's Mel was asking me that question because of a beautiful piece of artwork by Spuds, which is like a little mini comic strip. And I'm assuming I'm going left to right along the top and then along the bottom, correct?
Yeah.
That feels right to me. So top left we have our classic Placentamon, as we know, love them. And then in the top right script we have Placentamon. This looks like the Placentamon from the puppeteering drawing that we had a long time ago, where they're like sort of like edging over the top of the photo of the solar system and just like puppeteering spaceships and various things like that.
On?
But it looks like he's getting hailed on or something, and it's almost like becoming like liquid, you know.
And there's
melting type
and the
thing.
hand is like a spider hand.
Yeah, the hand is
It's like
a
running
spider.
away from the
Yeah.
blobifying, like almost like
Ah.
melting form of Placentamon.
Yes. And then we move over to the bottom left, and we have, I mean, it's almost like you're looking through a porthole of like a spaceship or something like that. It's very blue on the inside. There's a white light coming down the center, and we have the blobified Placentamon almost looking like it's being beamed up type thing. And as it is like rising up, we've got legs forming out down the bottom, dripping a little bit of placenta liquid. It looks like.
Placenta liquid. Otherwise, it's spelled out placenta. We don't need to have the liquid. It's just placenta. It's not,
We can have the placenta. It's fine.
I kind of just said that to gross Leigh-A a little bit. And then on the bottom right, we have final form Placentamon, I suppose we could say.
Current form, we don't know.
Current form, yes. And so it's a humanoid, 2 legs, 2 arms, a body, face, and a headpiece.
4 fingers.
4 fingers. There's 4 fingers. I can't tell how many toes. There's a lot of like sort of spiky armor-esque type bits around the like joints, I would say. Like Placentamon is wearing giant shin pads that have spikes coming off the top of them. There's like a I don't know, scaly effect to the torso here, like you would see fish scales type thing, or almost like a form of armor. Then we have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth that seems to be drooling more placenta liquid.
It kind of like reminds me like of an Aztec stylizing.
Yeah, something like
Could
that.
be.
And then this headpiece is almost, and forgive me, Mel, reminds me of the tail section of a certain fancy bird.
Don't say it. They're not
Well,
Nautilus
that- the bird
spirals.
that has
They're
no name.
like
I see the butt. I see
the
the butt.
Nautilus spirals all over. Right?
Yeah, there's but like imagine how that tail splays out, but rather than being individual feathers and things like that, it's
on
like
the
little
head.
spirals of things. Like it's
They look like
going
fern.
Fiddlehead fern.
Yes.
That's a pad
There-
plate, buddy. So
oh
there you go.
yeah, that's a much better way. Yeah, so in the shape of like a big fan, fiddlehead ferns that are like partially unrolled but not fully unrolled. Yeah, that's great. And then this is all again looking through like a round doorway type thing. Because Placentamon is kind of stepped in the middle of it type thing. So rather than the porthole, this is more like a doorway that's sort of mostly circular, and still very blue in the background. We've still got like floating sort of like hail or snow or snowflakes or something like
Are
that.
those missiles for feet? Or at least to the right leg? Is that a missile?
I mean, it could be. I'm not sure. These are very interesting
I
things.
don't know. I
Um,
see like crystalline growths. They kind of
Yeah,
like.
crystalline.
Oh yeah, maybe
crystal-
they're big onyx or onyx.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like tree bark or something like that. almost.
Yeah, that's also a good
Oh,
analogy.
crystals.
Yeah, there's a lot of different elements coming into this,
Ooh,
and
can I please
just-
make Placentamon make me like a labradorite?
that would be fun. But just anyway, poking around from the back of the door, you just see the eyes is the Spud Monkey, just
He's so
peering through,
cute.
like, oh my god, what's going on? And the
Monkey's
right of the
so good.
doorway, either embedded in the wall or floating around like these other little white specks of things, is a teeny tiny white little butt rock, which is either the door switch or is floating in the air. I can't tell because it's a 2D image. But this is stunning, and I love it.
I don't know where this design comes from, and I feel like we need Spuds to come on and tell us. But I feel like there's some Wheel of Time, like the weaving of some of the Aiel costumes that were woven in that chest piece. But it also looks like a baseball umpire shape.
Oh yeah,
just a little bit.
It is
Kinda
shaped like that.
chest
Yeah.
armor.
Like,
Yeah,
I love it.
but I like it.
Armor was
I wanna
definitely
know
vibes
more.
I was getting from it. I was definitely the whole torso definitely gave armor vibes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like
for sure.
the bark crystalline growth sort of like blending there for the limbs. I really like that
That was
description.
so
It's so good.
bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Yes.
It was bananas. I loved
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
And nicely
Yes.
queued up. Well done, Mel. So
Thank you.
for asking that question.
It's like we
All right.
planned it or something. See,
course.
told you, Winters Lady, we have plans.
We have.
Plans.
All right. Do we have any more questions? We're getting on towards.
Okay, I do
typical
have lots
finish
of
times.
more questions. Actually.
Yes, that's
No.
fine. Happy to keep going. Like I'm not saying we should
Okay.
stop. I'm just like conscious of time. So
I have
let's
one.
just bring us
major-
the questions. Yeah.
So if we don't want to talk too many, Leigh-A, I don't know about you. Do you have any major questions before I get to my question?
We didn't
I'm gonna
really
ask
ta-
this
we didn't
last
really
question.
talk about the Holden chapter again. The Holden chapter really was kind of a summary of a
I
lot
did
of
like Naomi calling him on his fucking hypocrisy bullshit.
Mhm.
And that was fun. Yes, I
Yeah.
did like that.
Naomi can do no wrongs. #.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where she,
No,
yeah,
that's
where she was
fine.
basically
Well,
just
but-
like, I thought you hated the guy, and he's
So-
just like, he's committing suicide, so I'll vouch for him. And it's just like,
I thought it was I mean, to be honest, on that moment, I thought that was a little weird coming from Naomi, considering she had just had her like realization about her relationship with Miller. It felt like a backtrack a little bit, from like her perspective.
Maybe
like,
it's just because Holden's been so loud about it for the last like 20
sure,
chapters.
but just
And
like
it did-
the vehemence with the way that she reacted.
Well, but she did point out it like she gave Miller a pass on that one particular issue.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a general pass.
Yeah.
But she also thought, like, when she made it clear, like, she thought within that one instance, Holden was overreacting. Well, not, maybe he didn't overreact, but the fact that he was holding on to it for so long. I think that was more what her point was. Like,
Yeah,
you're holding
I-
on to the shit.
Yeah.
I lied. I have
Okay, that's cool. I felt she was right for calling him out. That felt
Mhm.
appropriate because he seemed to like flip his mind there on like, I don't know. There was like not a discussion. There wasn't a thought process. He didn't air anything out. No one sat a conversation with him. Suddenly, Miller was like, "This is what I'm going to do," and he's like, "Oh, I like Miller now."
Cool. Yeah.
And
Or
it was
Bud.
like, yeah, it's like, hold up.
Oh,
And
wait.
you
We
need
have a
little more to it
poll.
than that.
We have a poll.
Oh, do we
never
have a
finished
poll?
that poll? We
We have
never
a
finished that poll. 67% of people say that by saving the solar system, Miller is saving Naomi, and 33% of people said you're wrong, Leia. So
Dark friends.
yeah.
Those 33% are dark friends.
Yeah, so
out of the chat. We don't want to anymore.
I agree that she was right to call him out, but I also agree with Mel that it kind of like was it was a bit like over the top.
It was
how-
late. It was
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
Right. I think
It
that's
was
just a
like-
writer's mistake, personally. Like that should have come out.
Yeah, she sort of she came in guns blazing rather than being like, "Hold up, did you change your mind all the time?"
I
It was more
think
like, "What the
like-
fuck did you just do?" It's kind of like
feel like
those.
that's
That was the
pretty
difference. It's more like, yeah,
That's pretty often my like. Sometimes I feel like I don't know if this is purposeful. These are purposeful choices the authors are making, or are these like first book mistakes is the wrong word, but first book kind of like
First book isms.
Working
isms.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Working it out things.
Is
Like
this still
I
the D&D influence? Did someone actually did the character like Holden change their mind very instantaneously, and the
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna call you on that real hard.
Yeah,
Rather than just be
exactly.
Like, all right, chill, call him, but don't bring a parade.
Yeah, and not to like, I mean, I feel like we've had a great discussion today, but like Holden's bullshit about how cute Naomi looked when she was angry, like I just wanted to shoot him in the nuts. Like, I was
Yeah.
so mad about
We don't
that
need
comment.
skeevy guy POV right now. Come on. Yeah, like,
God, it's like
we don't ever need skeevy guy
Jesus.
POV, but you know what I mean. Like,
But it wasn't just skeevy. It was like misogynistic. You know,
Yeah,
it was
that's
such
what I
a
meant,
misogynistic like
You just
comment to
get-
even
yeah.
think in your head. I'm just like, let a person have their own agency for once, please. God, you're such a mess.
At least he didn't say it out loud, so he kept it in his head, not defending what he's
It's
thinking.
almost worse.
but we didn't need it. But, like, we didn't need it from the writers. It did. What does it add?
We
to
didn't
Other
need
than-
it from the writers.
You're just
Yeah,
confirming that Holden has not
He's a dumbass.
maybe
Like it's
grown
I
as
feel like
much
it's-
as we hoped in one book.
consistent with Holden thinking dumbass things all along, especially regarding Naomi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Umbra,
I miss it. I can't see
get
chat.
out.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. There we go.
So there was the opportunity was there, and they seized it. Umbra's put in chat. Mel, you're so cute when you're angry.
I'll murder all of you in your sleep.
He said it out loud and not
Let's
just
do
in his
this.
head. So
Okay, I actually have 3 questions, but I'm going to pare it down to 2 because.
I do have one also.
Okay, you go. Go.
We haven't talked at all. I think the big thing in chapter 53, the Holden chapter, was when Holden was negotiating with Fred, trying to get him to go
Ask
along
me a
with this.
question. We're good.
Oh, okay, so that's your question?
One of them. Yep.
All right. Well, you go. You ask it then.
No, you go. Go.
Fine.
We're aligned.
Fine.
We're
Fine.
aligned. We're
Fine.
You just ask me a question.
I mean, Holden's been literally holding on to the proto-molecule as like, I'm not giving this to Fred, I'm not giving this to anybody, like I'm keeping this shit. And all of a sudden this is the moment where he decides that it's okay to play that card, the wild card, if you will. And so, like, do you guys agree that this is the moment to leverage Palpatine Johnson with the
Seems
proto-molecule?
pretty early in 9 books. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally offering to give it over.
That
To-
comment makes me
Well,
sad.
he
It's
gave
not
it to him.
relevant
He
for 9
officially
books
gave
now.
it to him.
Oh, yeah, he said this is what I'm gonna do. I will give you this if you go with Naomi and Miller's plan to divert these missiles and give Miller more time.
Before we answer that, I would like to demonstrate this is how you compliment people without being, obviously Umbrus was doing it in humor, by the way, people. So
Yeah,
Clearly.
this is the way to do it. Can I just say that you're all cute when you're indignant?
Oh, thank you, Dana Lou. We are adorable all the time, especially when we're indignant.
I don't know, man. I
We're-
feel like it's
we're-
the same.
I'm indignant a lot sometimes on this show. So
No, never.
I am. I really am.
You know, I have to
I don't know what
say
you're
that.
talking about. I'm never
Sure.
indignant.
Sure.
I don't have strong opinion whatsoever.
No, this,
Yeah,
is not,
so
this is not a show of strong opinion.
Was this the time to play the placentamon on my ship card? And if so, what do you think Fred is going to do with it? That's my question. That was my question.
Do you think he's still gonna get it? I'm not convinced he's gonna get
Well,
it.
let's say he is.
This is
because
where I'm
they
going
made
as well
a
now,
deal.
actually.
Let's say he is going to get it because he just offered it. And to be fair, I don't think Holden would negate from his deal, renege from the deal.
You're right.
You
You're
think-
right. I agree that I don't think Holden would renege on that deal, but I do think that there are other, like, more intelligent people who have access to that same thing who will be like, nope, dumb idea. We're not going to make that happen.
He's the boss.
Oh,
so
so
you,
you-
him, though.
People
you
who get
think-
maybe indignant when you change your mind about other people.
Do you think Naomi or Alex or Amos are going to do something that
He's the
precludes?
captain. He's not going to do it.
I don't feel like this is like a stabby prediction, but I do feel like that is, for lack of repeating myself, a Chekhov's gun situation, right? And I feel like just giving it to Fred is too easy, and it's gonna be, I don't know, it might be setting up for a conflict for book 2, like
Well,
that.
we've got 2 more
That's
chapters
not
in this book.
I know, but
So do
we're
you
doing
think it's
it.
this book, or do you think it's a future book?
I
problem?
feel like it needs to be a future book thing, because
Yeah, I
come
feel like it
on,
needs to
like
be.
we're
You got-
2 chapters. You can't resolve all that in 2 chapters. Impossible. But on Holden and giving it up right then.
He's so slutty that way.
Fucking Holden.
Maybe that's why it was so weird. I think this is why it was so long.
Just kidding.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
This was so don't be sorry. That was great. For the Charlies, she was boogieing with it, shall we say? Leave that to your imagination. Of giving it up. This was so like casual. Where he's just like
almost as casual when he was like, "Okay, I'll take the job." Like it's the same shit.
Yeah, he does that. But he was so like Team Miller that he's like, "I'll give you anything," and it didn't feel like a lie, but it definitely felt like so easy and quick to say, "Yes, okay, you can have this." There's going to be some technicality that Naomi brings out, or one of the others in the discussion brings out. He's going to be like, Fred didn't actually stick to Fred didn't actually do what we agreed, so I don't actually have to give him the protomolecule. He's going to find some way to justify not giving it using his own weird, warped sense of justice and morals and right and wrong and all these other things. Much like when he's like, everyone needs this news, blast. He's going to find some justifier for keeping the protomolecule from Fred's. Okay, and Fred's just like, well, you and I now have a war on our hands, and you are I'm going to use a modern name for Judas or anything else, or you stab me in the back or anything like that. I'm going to call you Caliban, and that's what the war comes from. No, it's not. That last bit is total bullshit, but sure. I do think it's going to be a bone of contention between the two of them. So
wow, so you're saying that after the next couple of chapters, maybe we'll see if Holden's going to earn big toe from
Holden is going to withhold.
He's going to keep holding on to the protomolecule.
Fucking dark.
He's gonna keep holding on to it through some weird justification, and Fred is going to be pissed about it. And now I'm saying this. I still am waiting on the other POV, which I feel very strongly is the very last chapter in the book. Based on the fact that I finished this chapter and it said Holden for 50 fucking 5, and I didn't read it, but I saw it.
Cheater.
I was like, it's on the same fucking page as I did the previous chapter. I can't not see the big bold writing that it says Holden. I didn't read any of this.
Okay, so you're right. That's a Holden chapter.
Mel's holding her stabby.
Stab away.
Because of my extreme faith in Holden.
What the fuck?
This prediction is that Holden will lose control of the protomolecule. Holden may potentially attempt to want to give it to Fred, but Holden will no longer, someone will take it from him before he can do so. So it's from my perspective, it's less about Holden choosing not to choosing to weasel his way out of the agreement with Fred, but more like Holden will not be able to execute on the agreement because somebody else
will lose it. I'm sorry.
He will lose it because he's such a
I put it down in the stack.
Very smart guy.
I don't know where it went, and I can't have it, bro, because I don't have it. So sorry.
Well,
I owe you one.
Whatever. On top of that, do you think that whatever stops him from giving it to Fred is placentum on itself?
I'm sorry, I just got a weird image of Holden giving it to Fred now.
No, he wants to give it to Fred. Sure.
He really likes those tight beams.
I mean, he is the butcher of Anderson Station.
Holden likes wide beams. Fred
likes
likes
the wide
beams.
Yeah.
Or narrow beams, right?
Narrow beams, yeah.
Laser.
Narrow beams.
Yeah.
Penis-sized laser.
I'm gonna get out.
Gets caught by Fred in a compromising situation, and Fred goes, "I'm gonna butcher your station right now, boy."
Damn. Way to penetrate that topic.
Yes. Sorry, totally missed. So, yes, there we go. Thank you, Shanice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have sound on that. Do we not? I thought we had sound on that.
No, we've never had.
No
There's
sound?
a video version. I mean, the original. There was.
The original, yeah.
Yeah, the gift doesn't come with video. It doesn't come.
Yeah, there's a video. Yes,
Okay.
there's an original.
Okay,
Let's go.
I have one last question.
Anyway,
Well,
yes,
yeah.
carry on.
At the end of the Miller chapter, there's two statements that are really funny. One, Miller's statement, if we don't die, that'll be interesting. That's hilarious. Like, he's optimistic, which is not like Miller normally. But Julie then says, and I want you to tell me what you think of this. What do you think this means? She says, I can feel something in the back of my mind. It wants something I don't understand. It's so big. What is in the back of her mind?
So big.
What is it? Like, so she's like, per our previous conversation, if she's driving Eros, she's obviously having some sort of, mental discussion with whatever this thing is. What is this thing? Is it the hive mind? Is it something else? And what does it want? And it's really big. So what does that mean? Think about that? Can I say it again? It's so big.
Oh my
Is
god.
it bigger than Fred Johnson? So, Fred Johnston.
You guys, I have to pee so bad if you guys keep making me laugh.
Go! No, you can't go. You have to hold it now.
What's Julie's bigness?
What does she feel? Who wants this? Who's telling her these things, right?
Okay.
She feels something, and then it's so big. What does that mean?
So here's the thing.
Tell me the thing, the big thing.
Placentamon is an organic life form that has evolved to absorb all of the mass on Eros and integrate it into its being. Right? Julie, all the humans, probably all the rats, all the birds. All the birds. That makes sense.
The flying silverfish scales, whatever.
Finally, like all the things, right? But they're all part of one entity, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And what Julie feels in the back of all of this is that Placentamon has yet to figure out how to poop. Placentamon
It's constipated.
is constipated.
This is not where I thought this was going.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. It's
What
so
the
big.
fuck?
Oh my god.
I mean, everybody poops.
Everyone poops. And Eros, Year Too Far has only converted matter and mass and into energy, but it has not expelled any waste.
It's like, how?
Oh, so it's constipated.
Right, that's
constipated.
constipated.
Okay.
And it's so big.
It's looking for the.
So Miller is going to have to
the
truck
rest station on
his
the highway.
ass back down to the ship docky things and open up some airlocks.
And it's just gonna shit.
And there's gonna
vomit?
there's gonna need to be some internal movements, if you know what I mean.
So do you think that shit is gonna just expand into the universe and create more placentamons?
I think
Would that be
Placentamon is going to
placentamon?
create a new asteroid belt.
Oh my god.
Little poopy pebbles all the way to Venus.
Or would it be placentai? I mean, I don't know.
That's what I got for you.
Okay, so that's what you. Okay, Rob.
Yep.
So I think all of us got broke at one point in this.
What's your theory about who is
Now it's Rob's turn to get broke.
understand what it wants and it's really big. Do you think it's one giant poop, or do you think it's something else?
Spud says I'm not doing that comic.
It would be so great if you did.
Why did we do that? Fantasy flash
Oh my
in
God,
the
it's
chat.
like 90 degrees outside. Okay.
Oh dear. Oh,
In
my
my
God.
defense,
be sorry.
we did have a very intellectual conversation earlier tonight.
I feel like
I
we've come
mean,
full circle
pooping
around
is very
potatoes.
intellectual, okay? Like everybody has to do it.
Yeah,
least-
including organic life forms that are
Multi-organisms,
billions of
life
miles
forms.
away.
Yes.
You have to expel your waste.
I was
Okay,
going to
Rob.
be what I thought might be intellectual and be like, it's the mass of all the memories of all the
Mass.
people that are
It
there
doesn't matter.
as a presence. You know, Julie's in the driving seat, but it has Sedamon has amassed an enormous amount of neural energy and matter through all these many people, and that is just, you know, while it's trying to sort that out, that is the presence behind that Julie is feeling at the moment. So,
Yep. What does it
The
want?
mass
And
behind
why is it
Julie.
so big? I can see the bigness because there's a lot of humans, but like, what does it want, do you think?
it doesn't know what it wants yet. It's just it's
Hmm.
exploring.
So she's just anxious
to-
about it.
Needs
Yeah.
to go forth.
Oh my God.
And
Okay, I
exit.
think that's a really good ending to this show.
Yeah.
No,
So
when it poops, it comes out your end, your rear end, right out. Do you think?
And
the
then
sense
we
comes out
find
the rear
out-
end, or does it just come out of all
You
of it?
guys,
Yes.
Eros the potato will then bud.
Or do you think it'll become like a golden small potato because it's the excrement has made it smaller?
That's how potatoes breathe, they bud.
That's true. They do good.
G or toe for anyone distracted.
We have toe for this conversation.
All of us, we have toe.
We have toe and G.
I have toe. I'm sorry.
We have toe and G.
Spuds has G.
Spud says G. There we go. Well, the G
Spuds always has G.
So okay, wait.
And-
If it poops, will it reattach to itself? Like, we're not having this conversation. Will it like poop out and then be like, wait, where did it go? This is it like reattaches the arrows and it becomes like a circle of placentamon. Or will it
Potato
just
shits.
go off into the
Oh.
universe, solar system? So many options.
Anyway, what are we doing for the next few weeks, Leia?
I think I gotta leave for work. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. Leia, we have some changes to announce.
Yes, Leia. What is our...
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a lot of pressure all of a sudden.
Yeah, Leia.
Leia, do it, Leia.
So, I would like to go back through two other predictions real quick that Rob had.
Oh, God.
On
I wonder how shit these will be.
June, shut up, stop. I hate you. On June 11th, during chapters 37 through 38, Rob predicted that the last chapter is Fred, but then there's been a couple times, but specifically last week, Rob said, as long as the last chapter isn't Fred.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to be let down by this last chapter being Fred. I've just had this sinking
So,
feeling.
are there any last minute unofficial predictions about who? Because Rob looked ahead and saw that the next chapter is, in fact, Holden.
Looked ahead. Hide the page in front
The
of me.
next page, yes.
In bold
So,
capitalized
What
letters.
are your
like-
final predictions for point of view? We know
So,
it's not
chapter.
Golden and Miller.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
said that there is another POV. So there is another POV. There's like We won't see you.
We've had our last Miller POV.
You've had your last Miller
It's
POV.
true.
For
Rest
this
in
book,
power,
for this
Miller.
book, yes.
For this book. We might never get another Miller POV
We could
again.
get a Poop Miller POV. You never know.
Millermon.
Millermon.
Possibly. That's not that.
I don't know.
Maybe the last
It would-
chapter is Millermon.
It would be super, super cool to have a POV from Julie because she started the book and ended the book. That would be like, book ending, and that would be really cool. I don't think we're that lucky. I don't think I'm that lucky. I think my gut telling me it's going to be Fred is really like, yeah. And it's probably going to end up being a Fred POV that fully like nixes my Palpatine Sith theory or something stupid like that.
Oh.
And if that happens, I'm throwing the book across the room.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anyone else that could add anything to this.
Naomi.
Like we could get, but it would just it would feel like it
Placentamon?
just. I feel like it. No, I don't think it's too. I think it's too early for a Placentamon POV. I think if you give us Naomi or Amos or Alex or anything like that, I don't think it's gonna bring enough to the book to make a big difference. I don't think there's like a big reveal. We've been around them so much. We've had a lot of interaction with them. Havelock maybe coming to save the day. I would also like that. I would like that a lot if it was Havelock. I miss Havy. I want Havy back. If Havy's not in book 2, I'm gonna be bummed because I miss him. I really like him. But yeah, I don't know. My gut said Fred all those chapters ago, and I what did we say at the earlier? That's what I said, and I'm sticking with it. There we go. Rules.
Okay, done.
Don't tell me I don't follow the rules. There we go.
Mel, what about you?
We already established that I accidentally spoiled myself on this, so I make no prediction.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
I forgot about that because I didn't write it down.
So who has the most G in these 2 chapters?
Like I said, Elder Spud Monkey.
Yeah.
A lot of G there for sure.
I
don't
will.
know if this-
Do you have a thought, Rob? Or
no, I'm just trying to get the cat's attention.
so I will say Miller because he states after he realized that it was Julie driving the show, he was awake for approximately 33 hours. And before that, he was awake for probably like 8 to 12 hours, maybe at that point also. So like walking around. So this dude's been awake, not sleeping for over 48 hours, hasn't eaten, hasn't had any drinks. Like all he's got is his suit and he's powering on. So that is like mad fucking dedication to your cause.
I will have to say, him keeping moving, holding
That's
that
insane.
button, that's nuts. I mean, it's almost impossible. Let's be honest. You would lose grip of that button at some point unless you come up with a real unique situation.
They were talking about like how cramped his hand was and like just
Yeah.
And I can imagine maybe he's like switched hands on occasion, but still, that's insane.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Stabbiest moment.
I don't know if there were any stabby moments.
Naomi calling out Holden's bullshit. Even if we don't agree that it was the right time, I still think it was good.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
We go with
Sure.
We'll go with that.
How about who's got the most toe?
Fred? For being Fred? I don't know.
Being Fred?
I don't know that anybody really has toe in these.
Yeah,
chapters.
I don't know.
Everybody
Like the
just kinda-
Gene toe, like no
Yeah.
one jumps out for me on these ones.
Yeah.
To be honest. Like if I have to give it to anyone, it's I suppose, Fred for being such a stick in the mud for the initial idea, and then being like, "Fine, you've won me over with proto-molecule promises." Yeah,
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe that was his purpose the whole time.
I mean, we know he wants that, but yeah.
Could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Most ideal moment. Yeah,
Oh, most ideal moment, yes.
probably Miller just sticking to it no matter what. That felt very ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know
you're
if-
right on that. I think Miller's like dedication to seeing it through.
He's not
Mm.
afraid to work from the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rapunzel says Tolden for thinking Naomi is cute when she's angry.
Oh, yeah, that's totally Toei.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Rapunzel, when I had blocked it from my mind.
Let's talk about placenta poops instead, then, shall we? We'll go back to that.
No. Okay. So we've only got 2 chapters left in the book.
Please tell me we are doing 2 chapters this week.
We are
because if
doing
you tell me
2
we're doing
chapters.
one, I
Only
will
one.
shoot you.
We are 100% doing 2 chapters. So just as a
We will
reminder to
finish the book.
everybody, we are finishing the book next week. And then the following week will be a novella from Memories Legion, which we will, so hopefully you guys are in the process of getting that if you don't have it, or, you know, trying to get it from your libraries or whatever you do to get your books. And then the following week, August 27th, we'll be doing a hype party for MalkieriCon, and also just kind of we finished Leviathan's week in just under 8 months. Or under
And
9
we're
months.
5 years old.
Yeah.
And with that,
So September 3rd will be off for MalkieriCon. Then there'll be a post-con recap / chill stream on the 10th. This is a change from what we've announced before, because we didn't realize that we were overlapping our hypothetical start of Caliban's War with What Idol. So we want to be able to have everybody we want to watch What Idol also. So
Yeah.
we want to watch that. So we're not doing a stream that night. And so Caliban's War will officially kick off on September 24th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure Caliban's War and Memories Legion, those are the books that you need to get. And next week we will do the final 2 chapters. I'm not going to be mean and break it down to 1 and 1.
So excited.
And so it is a Holden chapter and a Rob. Can we get a drum roll, please?
1 second. Where's the?
I know there's a thing.
You gonna tell me? You're actually gonna tell me?
I'm going to tell you because you're
I'm a
going to
little
find
bit-
out. Anyways,
I'm really okay. Here we go. I'm nervous now.
it's a Fred chapter.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, not kidding you. At all.
So funny.
You called it. I'm so proud of you.
You called it, but then you're like, but I don't want it to be. I'm calling it, but I don't want it to be.
Where? Let me-
Leigh-A, which says Fred. It says Fred.
That's
And
Fred.
it's
Is
the
it really
epilogue.
even
I
a
wasn't going
chapter?
to lie to you.
It's an epilogue. It's not even a chapter. It's an epilogue. It doesn't even count.
Oh man.
You've waited so long for this.
You made me wait till the
Maybe,
very last
but like, it would be really
Okay.
cool if we find out if Palpatine Johnson's theory is accurate.
That'd be pretty cool.
I think that would be cool.
I don't know if that's cool or not. It's 4:30 in the morning. I'm not sure if that's great news.
Okay, it's time
Alright.
to go.
Where's my Hammerlock chapter?
Aw. We'll write one, Rob.
Oh.
We'll write one. We'll write a fanfic.
You did make a prediction that Javi would be in the next book, so
Yeah,
I did make that.
we'll see what
You did.
happens.
Yeah, he's not dead. I did not airlock him. I airlocked him
not
and
that
he did
we've
not
seen.
airlock.
Although, I
Yeah.
finally got a prediction right. I suppose. So there's something at least. 1. I got 1 right for sure.
We're not keeping
Sticking with us tonight, Foldies. You've all been amazing. chat.
You have
Chat
earned
was
G tonight. Chat was
ridiculous
weird
night.
I feel like I need to watch this again and just read through the chat.
That's what I do because I cannot read it and stay focused on you guys. So
I mean, I don't
I
like.
go back
reading,
and watch it again just to like read whatever chats do.
Yeah, like half the time I read pieces and I'm like really confused about what's going on with chat. But this week was really like, it was impressive. So kudos to you guys. So Rama rattled the chat. So
Let's read in the chat.
Chat earns G.
That's
yes.
right.
So
That always
thanks
earns
for
G.
viewers, folks.
One
Read your
more
last
week.
two chapters next week. So chapter 55 and then the
Epilogue?
Fredalogue.
The Fredalogue!
Yeah.
The Fredalogue, the Epifred. Yeah, and then we'll see you next week, where hopefully I'm not crying over a busted theory of Palpatine Johnson.
I think you can still justify it. Whatever happens.
We've absolutely had weeks where you come in and been like, "So Rob, how did you feel about this reveal?" I'm like, "It enforces my theory," and you're like, "Huh? Okay, thought this was going to nix it, but fair enough." Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm sure
I believe in your ability to justify it.
Power of logic.
Anyway, it's been a wonderful
2.5 hours.
evening.
We love you all.
It has. We love you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please remember to like the video, subscribe, and comment below.
What are we going to comment about? We didn't talk about it. Predictions?
Oh my gosh.
Please put please comment below whether you think my Fred theory is going to be
The
confirmed,
Palpatine Johnson.
denied, or left ambiguous in the chapter in next week's epilogue.
Palpatine Johnson.
Yes, and
No
your
spoilers.
reasons, and no spoilers. Yes, but your reasons for. If you can put them spoiler free, being like, I think it's going to be confirmed because of this, or like nixed because of that, or left, ambiguous because the writers like Rob being kept on his toes. Whatever it might be.
How Rob is going to justify keeping his Palpatine.
Yes. No, because that would give spoilers for the chapter, wouldn't it? So, yeah. Predict how many reasons I'll come up with that justify it. And Skeeter, I know, will probably go and put in a comment about what he's just put in the chat here. That's what he thinks you should comment on, which is
Oops.
space alien poop habits. Yeah. Interesting.
I love you
So,
all.
as always, remember that you can listen to us as a podcast if you're unable to watch us or would prefer to listen to us versus watching us, and you can find that by going to patreon.com/MalkieriTalks and connecting your Spotify to the free podcast that plays there. But that's it. Can't think of anything else. So we'll see you next week for the end of Leviathan Wakes.
Oh my god, we're done. We're almost done.
Very good. But until then,
It's so hard to wait.
well, if you let me finish, you can start reading, okay? It was fine. Love, water, and satisfaction at the end of Leviathan Wakes. Goodbye.
Bye. Go read.
May you always find love, water, and shade.
Seriously, go read. What are you doing?